Aloha, and mahalo for the opportunity to speak to you today at the 2023 Pacific Defense Contracting Summit. I regret not being able to join you in person in my beautiful district, but I'm honored to address you all and to extend my gratitude to you as well in attendance who contribute to the vital mission of securing our Indo-Pacific region and our nation. As a member of the House Appropriations Committee's Subcommittee on Defense, responsible for ensuring the funding needed to protect our nation, I'm acutely aware of the critical role of defense contracting in our national defense. The Department of Defense's budget typically accounts for about half of our federal government's total discretionary spending each fiscal year, and over the past decade, approximately half of that has been awarded to defense contractors. Our nation's defense contractors in the defense industrial base directly connect to and ensure our warfighters' ability to carry out your missions. The government turns to contractors to develop new technologies, free up service members to focus on military-specific activities, provide supplemental expertise in specialized fields that don't reside in government, and provide a surge capability to quickly deliver critical support functions and platforms tailored to specific military needs. Whether you are a military member, small business leader, large defense contractor or subcontractor, or part of the many other related and integrated interests, this Pacific Defense Contracting Summit provides a unique networking opportunity to leverage the diverse expertise in the room. Networking is, after all, critical for businesses working in the defense sector, as it helps business leaders learn about upcoming government contracts, identify potential partners, and stay up to date on industry trends. And of course, it gives our defense industry and capability the opportunity to expose yourself to the defense contractors that are helping you. Furthermore, the geographical focus on the Indo-Pacific of this conference is equally essential. As emphasized in our national defense and national security strategies, the Indo-Pacific is our priority theater and the most consequential region for our country's future. Our region hosts more than 375,000 U.S. military personnel at 66 distinct defense sites, many of them right here in Hawaii. Our military has a large presence in the Indo-Pacific because of the region's critical importance. The 36 nations comprising the Indo-Pacific region are home to more than 50% of the world's population, several of the world's largest militaries, and 5 nations, of course, allied with us through mutual defense treaties. Today, however, we face an increasingly complex security environment in the Indo-Pacific, with China chief among them. The People's Republic of China, under the leadership of the Chinese Communist Party, seeks to reorder the region to its advantage by leveraging military growth and modernization, influence operations, and in many cases, predatory economics to coerce other nations. China is investing in a broad range of military programs and weapons, including those designed to improve power projection, modernize its nuclear forces, and conduct increasingly complex operations in domains such as cyberspace, space, and electronic warfare operations. China is also developing a wide array of anti-access area denial capabilities, which could be used to prevent countries from operating in areas near China's periphery or beyond, including the maritime and air domains that are open to use by all countries. China's unprecedented military and economic growth in recent decades has put us in a very difficult position. After decades of focus elsewhere, to counter the one-sided narrative China has proliferated in the region over these decades, our nation must step up and directly confront these challenges, as we are doing. China is now and must remain our pacing challenge, a challenge that must be met with new operational concepts, cutting-edge technology, public-private partnerships, and essential investments in our defense industry. Our country has an enduring commitment and kuleana, or responsibility, to uphold a free and open Indo-Pacific in which all nations, large and small, are secure in their sovereignty and able to pursue economic growth consistent with accepted international rules, norms, and principles of fair competition. The success of this struggle depends on how the government can best leverage the capabilities within private industry. During this conference, you will learn more about how contractors fit into the military's Indo-Pacific mission, A critical component of our military's effort in the region is the Pacific Deterrence Initiative, or PDI. The PDI continues to evolve and mature as a cohesive series of investments that strengthen our presence throughout the region. The PDI is an instrumental part of integrated deterrence in the Indo-Pacific. It highlights key elements and initiatives needed to maintain our competitive advantage in the region and lays the foundation that will be indispensable to our efforts for decades to come. This year, my House Appropriations Committee included over $9 billion worth of investments for PDI that will go toward achieving the enduring advantage we need in the Indo-Pacific region. These investments will only be fully realized by strategically leveraging our defense industry, and that's where you come in. To fully integrate the private sector into future defense work in the region, we need to carefully assess the health of the defense sector. Our defense industry has undergone dramatic changes in the past few decades. We've seen industry consolidation and endured production constraints and vulnerable supply chains, as we saw during COVID-19 in particular. These challenges have far-reaching implications for our national security and the strength of our military. The strained state of our defense industrial base has a direct impact on the success of our national defense strategy. We must understand and confront these challenges head-on. One of the challenges we face is production constraints and supply chain vulnerability. Recent geopolitical events, including Russia's invasion of Ukraine, have raised concerns about our ability to meet surges in demand for critical defense equipment. Munitions production has been a focal point of discussion due to high expenditure rates. At some point, quantity outcompetes quality. That is why, for fiscal year 2024, my House Appropriations Committee authorized multi-year procurement and advanced procurement for critical munitions. This not only results in overall cost savings, but also sends a steady and consistent demand signal to our defense industry. The government must find other ways to show various other industries that there is a long-term commitment that justifies large investments from the private sector. The strength of our military and the security of our nation depend on a strong and resilient defense industrial base. It cannot be allowed to wither and limp along. We must strive to strike a balance between efficiency and competitiveness to ensure the lowest cost and stability and quality. Through careful collaboration and consideration and forward-thinking policies, we can safeguard our defense industrial base and ensure the strength of our military in the face of ever-evolving threats. And you have this challenge and possibility and opportunity. Another pressing challenge is industry consolidation. According to a 2022 DoD report, U.S. aerospace and defense prime contractors have dramatically decreased from 51 to 5 since the early 1990s. This consolidation raises legitimate concerns regarding our overall diminished production capacity, limited competition, and lack of surge capacity. This issue is not one we can afford to ignore. Diversifying our defense industrial base and removing barriers to entry for small businesses are paramount, as it is imperative that we strike a balance between efficiency and stability in our industrial base. A successful example of improving our defense industrial base can be seen with the Shipyard Infrastructure Optimization Plan, or SIOP for short. The U.S. only has 4 public shipyards remaining that serve as the backbone of our naval power projection capabilities, allowing us to deter and respond to the complex and evolving threats we face today. At the core of our efforts in the Indo-Pacific is the strategically located Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard. Over time, our shipyards have grown older, obsolete, and less prepared to meet the challenges of the 21st century. Recognizing the critical need for action, we have embarked on a multi-year $21 billion initiative to modernize our critical remaining shipyards. And this SIOP initiative is nothing short of essential for the future of our naval capabilities. As a multifaceted plan designed to overhaul and revitalize our shipyards, it encompasses several key components, including the recapitalization of our dry docks, the reconfiguration of critical infrastructure, and the modernization of equipment necessary for a more agile and efficient workforce. These improvements are not merely cosmetic in any way. They are pivotal to ensuring the swift and reliable return of ships and submarines to their mission. The recapitalization of dry docks is fundamental. They are the workhorses of our shipyards, where our vessels receive the maintenance, repairs, and the upgrades they need to remain mission ready. By modernizing these dry docks to include the over $3 billion effort here in Hawaii, we can significantly reduce downtime, improve efficiency, and increase the overall availability of our naval assets. This is not something the federal government can do alone. It depends on contractors and subcontractors every step of the way, and that includes you. The federal government is also learning how to rely on contractors not only to build the SIOP mega construction projects, but also rely on their expertise and advice. Contractors have proposed ideas to the government, such as how to manage supply chain challenges and revise requirements based on industry best practices. The government has accepted these ideas so we can find a way together to do more with less, all on time and on budget. Additionally, reconfiguring infrastructure is about optimizing the layout and organization of our shipyards to enhance workflow and productivity. Modern ship maintenance and construction demand agile, adaptable spaces. This aspect of SIOP ensures that our shipyards meet these requirements. This modeling and resulting construction will be handled by contractors, especially those based here in Hawaii. SIOP is not just about opportunities for construction contractors. The modernization of equipment is central to empowering our shipyard workforce. Up-to-date tools and technologies enable our skilled shipyard workers to perform their tasks more efficiently and effectively, ultimately contributing to quicker turnaround times for our ships and submarines. This is a space where innovative companies can truly help the Navy ensure we have a Navy that can, quote, fight tonight, unquote. They can help our Navy blaze a new trail with manufacturing technologies to cut costs and improve quality. The Navy and our nation need to unlock the full potential of American ingenuity in the private sector to bring the shipyards into the modern era. SIOP is just one example of how we can successfully work with our defense industrial base to improve our national security. By investing in our shipyards, we bolster our ability to project power, deter adversaries, and respond to threats in the Indo-Pacific and beyond. The DoD has a monumental task in front of it, and our military needs your help and innovative solutions to deter our pacing challenge. The People's Republic of China is the most consequential strategic competitor we have faced. And the timing and location of this summit could not be more critical given the current global dynamics and China's coercive expansion in the Indo-Pacific and beyond. In this complex geopolitical puzzle, the islands of Hawaii emerge as a cornerstone of our efforts. Our geographic location, serving as a crossroads between East and West and a gateway to the Pacific, offer an unparalleled vantage point for projecting power and maintaining a resilient presence. Our strategic positioning, coupled with the concentration of defense assets, military installations, and key commands, makes us a vital hub for military operations, command and control, and collaboration in the Indo-Pacific theater. The large military presence not only provides economic stability, but also creates opportunities for collaboration and innovation between the defense industry and Hawaii-based businesses. It is essential to recognize and harness the immense opportunity that exists here in Hawaii. In closing, your role is pivotal in shaping the future of our region. The innovations you develop, the technologies you provide, and the partnerships you forge contribute to the collective defense of our nation. Your contributions directly impact the challenging defense landscape we face today. I wish you only the best and the most productive summit as well as future. I thank you for your time and express to each and all of you a very fond mahalo.